From Ger Canning.
On a day when goalkeeper Stephen Cluxton plays his 50th championship match for Dublin, there's a debut for James McCarthy at right half back. Rory O'Carroll returns from France to slot in at full back, and Alan Brogan has served the suspension which forced him to miss the league final. The Laois management has sprung a late change and introduced Pádraig McMahon into their backline at the expense of corner forward MJ Tierney. It means some restructuring, with Mark Timmins now going to full back and Kevin Meaney will play in midfield. Joe McQuillan from Cavan is in charge of this, the 30th ever meeting of these counties. And straight away it is Dublin with Michael Dara McCauley setting up the first attack with Diarmuid Connolly coming out here, trying to get an opportunity to swing the boot at it, getting support there from Paul Flynn. Played off towards Barry Cahill. Coming into it here is the captain, Brian Cullen. Difficult angle for him, but he's put it over the bar, and it's a brilliant start. About 25 seconds gone when Brian Cullen released that kick, and it floated beautifully over Owen Colleton's crossbar, and a very productive opening here for Dublin. Stepping forward here is Ger Brennan. Needs a support player, it's Connolly cutting in from the wings. Finally McCauley booting it long. Two men inside forward line, the Brogans are there, it's Allen who takes it, gets it on the left and swings it perfectly between the posts. Two shots at the target by Dublin forwards, 2 points. It's a very, very good start. Quick, easy movement of play, and when the ball was released quickly into Alan Brogan, he did really well. And Dublin transfer it quickly, rapid use of the hand pass. Finally the long ball by Ger Brennan, down there towards Bernard Brogan this time. Flicks it forward to Diarmuid Connolly. They've scored 2 points, and they very nearly got a goal to it, but Owen Colleton rescued Laois with a fine save. Got down low, combination of hand and knee, I think. That would have been, you felt, pretty decisive at this very early stage of the match, only 5 minutes gone. Dublin playing with great pace. McCarthy again now, the debut man. Quickly back here as far as Kevin McMenamin, who was such a star for so much of the league campaign. Michael Dara McCauley, nobody near him. Dublin's pace, so important here in this attack. Into Connolly, and again he's denied by Owen Colleton. He could have had 2 goals, and Diarmuid Connolly out of luck. He hit it well, but again the goalkeeper gets down and makes a very important intervention. Donaher, kick to the middle of the park, McMahon. Billy Sheehan fisting it over here to Brendan Quigley. It's all very short. Now where's the end product? McMahon's there. Here's an opportunity, it's Munnelly again. And Ross Munnelly kicks a second score for Laois. Their first to come from play, 19 minutes into the contest, and Laois have got the last 2 scores, and it's 4 points to 2. Dublin kicked the ball out immediately after that in double quick time, and then Barry Cahill has fouled his man. Ross Munnelly again, back it comes here towards Dáithí Carroll, and Carroll has kicked a 3rd point for Laois. His first of the day. Well, they went 4 behind, and they've now answered that with 3 of their own. 1 point the margin. Ross Munnelly made it happen there. Dáithí Carroll, very direct, very confident looking player, swings it over, and that's 5 points in all he scored in his 2 championship matches so far. Barry Cahill lobbed forward neatly. Alan Brogan, from one Brogan to another, and that's over the bar by Bernard. His 2nd point of the match, made for him by his older brother Alan. That could very nearly have ended up in the top corner of the Laois net. Very close run thing. And the kick-out's a poor one, straight to McMenamin. He's winning his own kick-outs, he's won the Laois kick-outs. Giving it to Alan Brogan, back in it comes to Connolly, and slipped into the back of the net. First goal of the game comes after 22 minutes, and it's scored by Diarmuid Connolly. Dublin by now could have 3. They'll settle for this one here, which was neatly created, slipped in by Connolly, but it came from a poor kick-out. One by McMenamin, Alan Brogan into Diarmuid Connolly, and into the back of the net. And Dublin really are having it easy. McMenamin takes off. Slips it inside. Peter O'Leary and Ciara Healy try to get it, but it runs on. It's a great save again by Owen Culleton from Bernard Brogan. 3 wonderful goalkeeping saves in the first half by Owen Culleton. Well, if his reflexes weren't as smart as this, Laois would be dead and buried at this stage, and we're only in the 30th minute. On as far as Peter O'Leary, back it comes again, this time towards Russ Monaghy. Pádraig McMahon now might fancy his chances here, and that curls in well. Good play by Pádraig McMahon. He may be a back, but that's 2 goals and 6 points he scored now in his championship career, and he's made it 1-7 to 4 points. Michael Dara McCauley can't reach this one. Instead, it's taken by Brendan Quigley. Support player here is Colin Begley, kicking it with his left, looking for a good start to the second half. That will do nicely. And that's his first ever point in the championship. And he gets it in the 38th minute of this match. Only 4 points between them. And Dublin now trying to hold on to possession. They're looking a bit ragged. And their fans must be beginning to wonder, is this the league final happening all over again? That's kicked by Donny Kingston. Up there as far as Monaghy, holding off his man who's Fitzsimons, kicking it splendidly and putting it over the bar. He's got a 3rd point in this match now, and it's a 2-point game. Dublin 1-7, Laois 8 points. Reaches Alan Brogan. On as far as Ger Brennan. Across here as far as Bernard Brogan. Onto it quickly, past Ciara Healy. And striking it with his right and putting it over the bar. First point in the second half for Dublin comes in the 6th minute, and it's scored by Bernard Brogan. Got good possession, carried it on confidently and floated it over the bar. Paul Flynn. Here's Alan Brogan. Oh, it's a difficult one for O'Gara to get, but he's done well against Ciara Healy. Held it away from the cornerback. Now what can he set up? Chance maybe for Paul Flynn. Looking up, trying to see what's on. Maybe Brian Cullen at the far post. Back to Connolly. Has an opportunity to pass it or go himself. He kicks himself and he kicks it over the bar to go with the goal he got in the first half. Goal on the point now for the 23-year-old from St Vincent's, and it's 1-10 for Dublin, 8 points for Laois. Out it comes here towards Pádraig McMahon. Lack of options for McMahon as he was looking left, and Dublin win it back quickly. Bernard Brogan onto O'Gara. Chance now to pick it up here. Oof. An exaggerated pickup, but he still managed to get it into Bernard Brogan, who managed to squeeze it over the crossbar. His 5th point. The solo looked like it was going horribly wrong for a moment. Nothing wrong with the finish. Niall Donoghue, again inside towards Russ Monaghy. Big quickly, back in, held on somehow by Begley. It's very tight, slipped back in once again. Monaghy feeding it back once more, and that final shot has gone over the crossbar, and it's scored there by Gary Kavanagh. His first point. Need a lot more. They're 8 behind, 1-14 to 9 points. Russ Monaghy set it up, little neat interchange of passes, good finish. Holding on to it here is James McCarthy, looks elegant. Son of John from the great 1970s team. His dad, of course, a corner forward. Mention of corner forwards. Here's Mossy Quinn. Little block on it, but it reaches its intended recipient, Diarmuid Connolly, and somehow the goalkeeper was again perfectly positioned. Owen Culleton prevents another Dublin goal. He's conceded 1, but they could have given away 5 at this stage. Goalkeeper in the right place at the right time, but that's his job. And this is played into the path here of Dennis Bastick, inside towards O'Gara. Oh, it hits a defender there, Ciara Healy, back out towards Peter O'Leary, and Laois once again lives so dangerously, but they're 8 points behind. They know they have to all intents and purposes, lost this match. Ross McConnell across here as far as Diarmuid Connolly, soloing this way, taking it back, looking commanding. And this is Connolly at his best, shooting with great care and great accuracy, and very decisively putting it over the crossbar. A goal and 3 now for the 23-year-old. They're ahead by 9. And it's all over at Croke Park. Victory for Dublin in the quarter-final on a day when Diarmuid Connolly kicked a goal and 3 points. Russ Munnelly was Laois' top player with 4. Final score, Dublin 116, Laois 11 points.
It was a great game, and probably the scoreline doesn't reflect how tight it was. I think we won by 7 or 8 in the end. They got us back to 3. We got a goal in the first half, which helped us pull away a little bit. But it was a tough game out there, and it's a great one to get under the belt.
We made a lot of unforced errors today. We seemed a bit jittery at first, but Dublin have a great system of play. They're able to work back and then bring the ball out very quickly, and they're able to find a space for the dangerous forwards like Bernard Brogan and Connolly. So they've got a great system, and today we're a bit off the mark, a bit slow paced, and we've a lot to build on for the next few games.
All right, then, well, what do we make of Dublin? One of our viewers has said, Kevin Diarmuid says on Twitter, no point in playing the rest of the championship. Sam is heading to Dublin. Well, if you believe tomorrow's media, the hype will be there. What did you make of their performance?
Well, I'd say it was the perfect performance for them in terms of what's ahead of them. There won't be too much hype, or there shouldn't be too much hype. Yeah. I know the media tend to god them up a small bit.